you trying to make me angry?
Which Carrol is the serial killer that was executed in this very room.
I thought I just saw a shadow.
Did you really?
Can you come to me again? Can you spike my hand?
Yes, I can.
Yes, I can.
This might be the craziest thing I have ever done on the channel.
What the f was that? What the f was that?
Waiting in the hallway.
You're kidding.
What are the odds?
You're kidding.
A literal serial killer that was executed in the room that I'm going to be strapping myself to the same table.
It's literally racing so much.
I can't even talk. Oh my gosh. But I'm going to stay in here for 15 minutes. Do not pull me out of here until 15 minutes is up. Like, ghosts are one thing, but what about ghosts of literal serial killers?
Yeah.
Are you afraid that there might be some pain involved?
Well, you know, I said if I wasn't concerned about that, I'd be lying.
What's going on, guys? We have a brand new video tonight coming from the Nevada State Prison. Now, this prison has a storied history from serial killers living here to being the first place to ever have a gas chamber for executions. Now, to give you a bit of an insight into what you can expect tonight, I am going to be let into a room that only a handful of people have ever stepped foot in. The actual execution chamber that many of these folks would be executed in. Now, I'm going to be strapping myself to the same table and doing a solo session in there to see if anything wants to come forward and interact with me while I'm strapped to the table. Now, as you can see behind me, this is the Nevada State Prison. It is right next to Warm Springs Correctional Facility, which is still an active prison today. But the history here is pretty phenomenal. I can't wait to jump into that with you guys. We're gonna go into a few of the hot spots here at Nevada State Prison to try and make contact with any of the inmates or staff that could still be in this building. But we're gonna do a quick walkthrough of the locations we're gonna hit tonight before the investigation, and then we're gonna jump right into the investigation portion. So if you guys are new here, please make sure you go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe. Turn on those bell notifications because we have a wild October plan for you guys. Let's jump into this one.
Are you sorry?
For the victim?
Yes.
Yes.
Are you? Anyone in particular?
Especially the one that was the 11-year-old girl way back in 1967. And even doing that 5-year sentence, it wasn't. That wasn't enough. But it affected me, just also because I not suffered, but I thought about it and condemned myself for many years, because I can just imagine what her life might have been like.
Okay, so we're gonna do a quick walkthrough. It is now nighttime here at the Nevada State Prison. We're gonna do a first-time walkthrough. Savannah has never been here before, so this is gonna be the first time she gets to see Nevada State Prison and kind of experience how scary this place really is. I've been
terrified. This place pulling up is creepy, honestly.
And, you know, to her point, I actually mentioned to her some of the activity I've had here in the past and some of the history here with a literal serial killer that was executed in the room that I'm going to be strapping myself to the same table.
You know, any of the serial killers.
Oh, wow. It is dark.
It is dark.
It is very dark.
Any of the serial killer stuff, like, weirds me out anyways, so to know that happened here is, like, pretty freaky.
Yeah, I agree. Like, when you think about serial killers, right, we watch true crime documentaries and you're like, oh, so they went to prison at the Nevada State Prison.
But to be here where it actually happened and to experience it and know that they were here at one point and that they might still be here is like a whole different feeling.
Yeah, like ghosts are one thing, but what about ghosts of literal serial killers?
Yes, yeah, like I can't, any of the serial killer stuff, it freaks me out. So I'm interested to see what we're gonna get.
Well, that's one aspect of it, but the other thing is I'm one of the only few people that they're gonna allow into the room where this particular serial killer was executed. He was the first person that was lethally injected here. His name was Carrol Cole. Now we'll do a deeper dive on him, but Carrol Cole would actually be the first person to get lethally injected in the Nevada State Prison chamber, but they gave him Valium before he was actually executed, and there was a reaction between the chemicals that were supposed to kill him and the Valium, so it took him a long time to die. So not only was he killed in there, but he suffered in that space.
When you think about this execution, are you afraid that there might be some pain involved? After all, we don't really know. This is the first time that the state has carried out this type of execution.
You know, if I said if I wasn't concerned about that, I'd be lying. Because everybody wants to go the, you know, easiest, most comfortable way.
Does that enter your mind, though, that you might...
It has entered my mind. They might, you know, something might go wrong, or, you know, be some kind of suffering. But that has not altered my decision.
Do you deserve to die?
I can't answer that question.
Well, it's the ultimate question. It is the question.
For what I did, yes, I think I deserve to die.
So we're currently walking out in the courtyard here. This is the old basketball court. You've got one of the guard towers there. I think what makes this place really cool is that it only closed like 11 years ago.
Yeah, it's like pretty recent, honestly, in terms of like investigating places. I mean, there are people still around here that were actually in prison here, which is really cool. So
To Savannah's point, I did a live stream here, and I had people that went to prison here coming into the live stream like, yeah, dude, that place is definitely haunted, and they would even drop some of their experiences in the chat. So it's one thing when you have paranormal investigators coming into a location saying it's haunted. It's another when you have inmates of a prison saying, yeah, that place is haunted.
And can you imagine like sitting in prison, and you're already in prison, and then you like have paranormal activity and like stuff going by you, touching you, whatever? I can't imagine how freaky that must have been.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, prison in itself is not a very pleasant place without ghosts. So we're currently walking. I'm gonna take Savannah to the dining hall first.
I'm interested to see the dining hall. I've seen the dining hall at Brushy Mountain.
Yeah.
Right? And that was an interesting experience that I had there, so we'll see what happens here.
Yeah, Brushy's cool. We had fun at Brushy. There's the old, let's go look at the old weights real quick.
Fun at Brushy. I felt like I was gonna vomit everywhere, so fun is a loose term, but we had an experience.
Yeah, but we still had fun though. Like, it was cool to experience it.
We had fun, yeah.
So look at the old weight sets. If you're not following me on Instagram, I made a funny clip earlier doing the bench press over there.
People thought that those were fake weights in the comments. They're like, are those fake, bro? They're real.
No, this is real deal.
Yeah.
These are the real weights that were here when Nevada State was active. So this is the rec yard that we're currently standing in. And these are the weights that were left.
Very weird. Like, just to stand here and be in the middle of all of it? I don't know. It's cool.
Okay. Let's move towards the dining hall now.
Okay.
I'm rocking some J's tonight. I didn't want to wear boots because boots are hard soled and they make a lot of noise when you walk. J's are not. So we got some fours on for some quiet time.
And I thought it was only fitting that I wore Johnny Cash. So that's what I have on.
Yeah, maybe I'll have to sing a little Johnny Cash for the spirits here. What do you think?
I think they'd probably like it. Who doesn't like Johnny Cash?
Very true. Look at the razor wire.
Damn.
Could you imagine like getting, oh man, ugh.
No. Who would even try that, you know?
The guy in Pennsylvania?
Huh?
The one that shimmied out? Did you not hear about him?
No.
Yeah, so I don't remember his name. It's like Cavalcante or something. I don't know. I butchered it. Don't get mad. But he like spider walked up this wall and then jumped over.
Past razor wire?
I don't know how he got out, but he was living in the forest for like a week or two on watermelons.
Watermelon?
He found a farm that was growing watermelons.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, look at that.
No headphones or sunglasses worn in culinary.
So they actually had a riot here in 1976, and they would build these cages where they could put their guns in between these slots to try and prevent that riot from happening again. So there was only one riot. It was in 76. I guess it worked.
I guess so, yeah.
Here we go. So we just walked into the cafeteria. Now something I want to point out is that they actually have the cafeteria split into two. Racial tensions here were high, and even in prisons to this day, there's a lot of different groups that are racially divided in prison systems. Hello? So they would build this into two to kind of help with that. That 76 riot was racially motivated, and they wanted to try and alleviate some of those tensions.
This is wild.
Look, the last menu they wrote.
Huh. Salad, rice, and chicken. That sounds like the diet that you were on.
Yeah, I need to get back on that diet. I've gotten fat. I've gotten very fat on the road ghost hunting. So next year is going to be the year that Kalani is not fat. Mark it. Mark this moment right now.
It is. So like they were in here eating at the same time with this cage up in between them.
Yeah, but I mean, that's enough to kind of mitigate people, right? Because
No, I know, but don't you think that that would have made there be like more tension because you're divided?
I mean, maybe, but in the same breath, it keeps them apart.
I guess. I was expecting a bigger room. I mean, I guess it's big, but
Well, they would be in shifts.
okay.
Like, just like when you're in school, not
go
everybody
lunch
goes
to
to lunch
lunch.
at once.
Okay.
Like, everyone kind of shifts out. So,
I'm just picturing like the little cliques at all the different tables like in here because like it's little circle tables. I don't know. I'm sure there was prison cliques.
there always is. Another really cool thing to point out is this is the food tray over here. And last time I was here, they told me they have it so low so that they couldn't see who was being served and the prisoners couldn't see who was serving them. So it was a kind of a way to keep them
Because
split.
were other prisoners serving them?
I don't know.
Like wouldn't they have had jobs, right? And
Some would have jobs, yes.
maybe that's what it was. Because
So-
why wouldn't they want them to know who was serving them?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, maybe to prevent like relationships from forming, right?
Yeah, I guess that could be.
So this is another one of the cages that was added after the riot. You can see firearms can slip through here.
So there was always somebody in here.
Yeah, there was always COs inside of this box. But I will say the moment I walk through the door, it does feel a little weird in here.
Okay, now we got burritos, and I sat down to eat my burrito and thought I was gonna have a heart attack because my chest was tightening up so bad, and I've never felt anxiety like I felt in that moment, and I don't know if it's this space or what, but I felt really weird.
That's interesting. Like was it like pressure or was it like a?
No, it was like I felt like I was having a heart attack, and I didn't have like more caffeine than usual. I don't know.
So it is interesting. That's something to keep an eye on tonight. You're right. Savannah is a woman in a male-dominant.
And I mean, it took me all of 5 minutes being in here to feel like it starting to affect me. So I thought that was really weird.
So that's something to kind of keep an eye on tonight because a lot of people get grabbed here.
What was that?
I heard like keys jingling.
I heard something at the end of the hallway.
Hello? My name's Kalani.
I'm Savannah. We don't mean you any disrespect or harm. We are just here to communicate with you. Whoa, that was close.
Okay, so in terms of activity, what have you guys had happen here in the culinary?
Well, a lot. You get a lot of EVPs, you get shadow guys, you get also the blob. He has been seen slithering on the floor. Also, aliens.
Okay.
When Omar was here, he kept hearing something run back and forth, and then he figured it felt like an alien in here. Also pushed. Over here, you get pushed.
So he got pushed in here.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. And then, historically speaking, this is where they had the riot of '76.
Correct.
And racial tensions in this place were high even when up until it closed.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
But they ended up separating this to try and prevent that from happening, and then they also added in the cages as well so that they could have guards to...
The COs, correct. They had one in the back and one in the front to watch them. So, yeah, with the African Americans, they did not get along with the whites or the Native Americans.
Which
and
is
vice versa.
pretty consistent with even prisons today.
Today, correct. And then you have Harold and Ralph. They're the two that died
From
out
the
of that riot, yeah.
And they bled out right over there?
Right over there. And then you have Darryl, who used to work in here. He's the one that was actually the last one executed here at NSP, April 26th. Here.
It smells like burnt something.
Burn, yeah. Burn something.
So this is obviously the kitchen area. Last time I was here on live, I caught some really weird stuff in this room.
What would this have been?
Storage, probably. Yeah. Storage room.
Weird.
This place is massive, though. Like, this is a really big location. This is one that even if I spent 8 hours here tonight, I'm gonna only cover about a quarter of this entire property.
Yeah.
So now we're going to head to solitary confinement, which is right next to culinary. And what's interesting about solitary confinement, I don't remember all of the details, I'll have to ask Susan, but there was actually a shootout between prisoners and police officers inside of solitary confinement. Let's go. Okay, so we're on our way to solitary confinement now. Look at the freaking size of this camera.
What was that?
I don't know. I heard it behind you. Is that an owl?
Yeah. That's creepy. I think it is.
Okay, I think that's what I heard inside of the dining hall.
No, I heard murmuring behind us, like towards where the kitchen would have been.
Well, hopefully the mic picked it up better. I mean, maybe it was the owl, maybe it was not, but it for sure sounds like there's an owl out here.
Pretty creepy. It fits the vibe though, so.
Ooh, 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 ooh. But yeah, look at the size of this camera.
That owl's going crazy.
He's hooting.
Yeah.
Hooting and hollering. Hey, how many licks does it take to get to the center of a Tootsie Roll Pop?
69.
Yikes. Yikes. Okay. Here we go. Unit 5.
This is it, right by the culinary?
Oh. I didn't like going in here last time I was here. Hello?
I didn't like it.
Why not?
I don't know, I just don't like it. It's very dark. What is that little door?
It looks like some kind of like elevator or something.
Somewhere? Is there a floor above us? Or no? Yes.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. There's the infirmary. The grievance box. Okay, so if I remember correctly, this is the hallway where solitary confinement is. This is also where the shootout happened. Oh yeah, that's definitely solitary.
Wow.
So they removed the doors.
Yeah.
I think there's still one that may have a door. Oh yeah, look at this.
So
Could you
there would've
imagine?
there would have been no light.
So here, let's see. That's completely closed. Do you go inside this room? Okay, maybe stand out there and close the door for me. And I'm gonna turn off the light so they can see. So there's absolutely no light in here. So that's the old style of solitary. Now I want to say in the 80s there was some prison reformation, and that's when a lot of these inmates were starting to get better attorneys and better representation. So they implemented this clear door so that they could get more light and so they could see outside of their cell block, or their cell I mean. So this would have been the newer style where they're getting more light.
Because I mean, people wouldn't have been in here for just a day. Like,
No, I want to say that they were in here for like 15
I don't
days.
know how long, but I know it wasn't just one. So you can imagine being in there for like days on end with no light and not seeing any other like human interaction. I
Yeah,
don't.
other than maybe like your food.
Yeah. Well, like they would just like slide it into you. That would be it. So.
So this is the hallway the shootout would happen. But yeah, to Savannah's point, obviously I've never been to prison. Don't plan on going to prison. I could not imagine being in complete darkness for 15 days. Like, remember Brushy Mountain? They hung people by their thumbs and they would go blind.
Yeah, because whenever you're in darkness for that long, you start to go blind because your eyes are not being exercised like with seeing and stuff. So, I mean, you've got the component of going blind and then your mental health, and then I'm sure, I mean, I would probably go crazy not being able to see anything. So I can't imagine what was going through their head. And it's haunted. I wonder if they were getting like touched and stuff.
Yeah, like I wonder if they were getting touched or they were seeing things.
What is that?
Oh, that's one of the bullets, like the bullet holes.
Holy shit, that's huge.
So the police would have been on that end. The convicts would have been on that end. So the police were shooting from there to there. That's a pretty big round.
That's hefty. Yeah, that's big.
So we're currently in solitary confinement, and there was a hostage situation, a shootout. And you can even see some of the remnants of that shootout here. I mean, this is pretty insane. So kind of, what do you know about what happened in this area?
Well, actually, my good friend Warren, who was a CO here, he was one of the hostages. So these two guys actually got guns from their lawyers, and they were able to bring them in here. Once they were in here, they took 3 of the COs. Warren, they approached him with a gun, pointed to his head and told him, "Take off your uniform, I don't want to kill you." So Warren said he stripped down, gave him his uniform. They locked him in solitary. Well, already we have a lockdown. So the cops are called in Carson City. They're coming here with their guns. And these two guys are trying to release everybody in this whole area. Well, they didn't get too far because the cops were here and they had a shootout. The two guys stood around this little corner with their little pistols, started shooting, and when they found out they were being shot at with rifles, they ended up going, "We give up."
Yeah, because this is a pretty,
Yeah.
that's a big round.
Pretty hefty spot.
So I probably would give up too, but I mean, it's just crazy here that not only do we know exactly where these things took place, but there's literally evidence of these stories still here. Okay, so that's solitary for the most part. Oh, look at this real quick. I remember this was really cool. This was actually the control unit for a lot of the cells.
Oh, like it opens and closes.
Yeah.
Huh.
There is one cell that I want to take you to that's actually like it's set up to how they would have stayed in their cells.
Yeah.
So it's on the way to the death chamber,
Okay.
which, cat's out of the bag. I'm doing my solo inside of the room where 42 other people would be executed.
That's nuts. That's crazy.
Like, I don't know. The only other people that have been here are Destination Fear, Project Fear Now, and they actually didn't get strapped to the table. I'm not gonna get on the table fully out of respect, but I do want to get my wrist strapped to the same constraint because I think that'd be really cool.
What do you think it's gonna feel like to be in a room where you know that many other people have died?
I don't know. It's like a lot of these places we know the history, but in that room specifically.
But you know, on that one table, that many people have died.
Yeah, I don't know.
And not that death is good, but like not a good way to go out. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean that's a good point, right? We know that 42 people would lose their life
Unwillingly.
I think that was air pressure. Okay, so right across from solitary is where we get into the main cell block. Hello! I got a pretty good memory.
Well, yeah, this is what, your third time here?
Yeah, this is my third time here. The first 2 times were live streams. Which, after this investigation tonight, I will be live on TikTok for probably about 2 hours. If you want to see that live replay, join my Patreon, link in description. Patreon is where we put all of my live stream replays from TikTok.
And if you saw the live stream from here, comment down below and let us know. It's a lot cooler in here
It is.
than where we just were.
It is.
I wonder why.
I don't know. So look at all these cells.
I mean, these are like penthouses compared to...
Yeah, I mean, like, remember Moundsville? Moundsville was really small.
Yeah, these are actually not, I mean, they're not great, but they're not that small.
But these are also a lot more modern than a lot of the other prisons we've been to.
That's true, yeah. I'm
Like-
interested to see the one that's set up, like how they would have looked. What? Was that?
That was me. Yeah, that was me.
Okay.
Yeah, the one that set up's really cool, but what I think makes this place really interesting is that it only closed 11 years ago, so it's not like you're having to go back 40, 50 years to experience the prison. Like, it's got similar prison standards to what they do today. Obviously some changes, but
Yeah.
a lot more modern than other places. Oh, look at how cool. Look at this.
This, oh, your back got stuck. This is so cool.
Snacks. I don't know what that is. I don't know if I want to know what that is. Oh,
What? What is it?
the toilet.
Ew.
Whoa, look at this TV. It's see-through so they could see all the components so they couldn't hide anything in it.
They got a radio up there?
Same thing. The see-through radio. Oh, I don't want to pull that. The fan will come down. So everything you can see through so they can make sure they're not hiding anything. Same thing with that.
I mean, I'm not saying it's nice. Okay, but it's like, it could be worse, right? Like, you got a TV.
Yeah, like, I don't know. Like I said, I've never had the experience of going to prison.
No, and you never
And I don't want to have it.
You never will, and I never will. But I mean, I just imagine, like, compared to the places that we've been, pictures I've seen, it could be way worse.
Yeah, that's true.
You're in here with one other person.
I guess it
got-
depends on your roommate.
Well, yeah, that's true.
Or your cellmate, I should say. So, okay, no shame. If anyone that watches my videos has spent time in prison, whether that is as a staffer or as a prisoner,
Yeah.
no judgment here.
No.
Tell me about your experience. You don't have to give your name or what you did or
We
where
would
you...
love to know.
Yeah, like I would just love to read about your experience in prison. If, you know, you don't even have to make it ghost hunting related, but like, tell me how it was to spend time in prison.
That's actually some of my favorite content to watch on TikTok. Is there are prisoners who will recreate like their recipes they made from like commissary items.
The ramen noodle ones?
Yeah, or like there's girls that'll do like their prison makeup, and I think it's really interesting how innovative they are with what they're given. It's really cool to watch. So
Yeah, if I don't forget, they have like a museum with like a prison-made tattoo gun and a couple shanks. Like, interesting stuff.
they were innovative. Yeah, they really were. Pretty cool.
Oh, there's the shower.
So you showered by yourself?
It looks that way.
Hey, that's pretty nice.
That's a step up from a lot of places.
That's a step up. Not showering with like 15 other people. I'll take it.
Okay, so I'm not trying to overhype you on this. I'm not trying to oversell you on this.
No, my stomach already hurts. I'm already scared.
Up this stairwell is probably one of the heaviest places I have ever been as an investigator. We are about to step inside the death chamber where 42 people would be executed.
I've been so nervous for this all night because I knew it was coming, and my stomach doesn't feel good. That burrito at this moment was not a very good idea.
It's a burrito!
Not a good pre-investigation.
That's the demonic EVPs are coming from your stomach.
Oh my gosh. I'm actually really nervous, and we're not even investigating right now.
Here we go. So, we just came up the stairwell. We're about to walk into the death chamber.
Uh-huh.
And Susan already has the lights on for us because I told her to leave them on for my walkthrough. But here we go.
Oh, wow.
That's just incredible. Like,
Oh, wow.
as I'm a criminal justice major, right? I've read about these.
To see that in person, where people lost their life, and then in here, where people would have witnessed, because like we got the windows and stuff.
Well, it's funny that you mentioned that because there was actually a few of the people that were executed in here. There's one story in particular, I don't remember the name, but he looked at the victim's family and smiled before they took his life.
That sends like chills all over my body. This is freaky.
So tonight, I am literally going to strap my wrist into the same table that 42 other people would lose their life. Now, I will say this. This was a gas chamber before they had lethal injection. So it was actually where they did the first gas chamber execution, which that would start here. Now this guy was the first gas execution, but this was the first gas chamber execution. But these are all people that would have been executed on property here at the Nevada State Prison. Look at all of these people.
Here's another thing too, right? Like, we're here where we know 42 people died, but you're also looking at their face.
Yeah, that's a good point. And we also have their name.
Yes, what they did, and then where they died. Like, that's just really weird to me.
Yeah, I agree. It's definitely very, very, it's just a heavy feeling in here.
It is, yeah, it is.
Now this guy actually, he got executed by the gas chamber, and the warden asked him if he had any final words, and he said, "Do you have a gas mask?"
Making a joke.
But yeah, just look at these folks. These are all people that were executed in that room that I'm going to be in alone tonight. Now this one here is the first lethal injection. This is Carrol Cole. He's an American serial killer, and he claimed to have committed 35 murders, but I want to say that they only convicted him on 15.
Oh my, that's him?
That's him.
To see the face and what they did, and then to look where he died, like, gives me the creeps.
So these are all the people that would have lethal injection as their means of execution. The final one would be in 2006.
Wow.
How do you feel?
It's just weird and creepy, and like, there's just like a looming sadness up here.
And I don't know if I mentioned it earlier, but Carrol Cole, actually I did. If you guys remember when I gave you guys the brief intro when we were walking out into the courtyard, he was given Valium, and he suffered inside of this space right here. So I don't know if you want to step into this room, but I'm going to take them inside of the death chamber.
Okay. Maybe I'll stand here.
Just look at this door though. Why are you making that weird face? You're making a weird face.
I feel uncomfortable.
You feel uncomfortable? There's a weird smell in here. Like really weird smell. Like a rubbery kind of smell. But this is the chair I'm going to do my solo in. This is the execution room that 42 people would lose their life in, whether it be through lethal injection or through the gas chamber. But I'm going to strap my own wrist inside of the same wrist strap that these folks would have used. Something's really creepy about that to me. Like, I've done a lot of crazy stuff, but I don't know if I've done anything this crazy. Savannah, come look over here really quick. That's like a submarine door.
Yeah. Damn. That thing's hefty.
Hefty.
I don't know what I've been saying about very hefty.
Okay, so look. This is where they would have ran the tubes for the lethal injection. Mm-hmm. And then you would turn the keys.
My thing is, how do you have the job of being the one to flip the switch?
Yeah, I don't know. Like,
you know what I mean?
I feel like I'm not gonna try and get super like emotional or like in depth, but it's almost like you're playing God in that sense.
Yeah.
Which I think that takes a lot out of somebody being a human, taking another human's life in a controlled setting like that.
I mean, the thing is, like, no matter what they did, there's still that human component of, like, you know that you are ending the life of another person.
Yeah, like, we're not sympathizing saying that these people didn't deserve to die by any means.
No.
But you still have that human capacity of, I'm about to take another life.
It's hard to not have that, yeah. Like, we as humans are not meant to have that, I don't think. So it would take a special kind of person to.
Yeah, I think the only way you gain that is by doing it, right?
I guess.
Not something that you're innately.
Like, how do you leave here and go home and eat dinner and, like, turn that off?
That's a tough job. So when it was a gas chamber, this is actually how they controlled the air. This was the fresh air, and then that would have been the gauge to dump in the cyanide gas. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Now, with executions comes the last night cell. So this would have been the last night cell area here, which right when you walk into here, I don't know if it's just me, but you feel like an energy
different,
in here.
Yeah. It feels different.
So this is a last night cell here.
So why would they have moved them for the last night?
I don't know. I mean, obviously they usually get a meal, right? So when you're getting executed, you usually get like a meal of choice.
Yeah.
You get more privacy in here, and you get a night of solitude. And just as part of the process, they already have you here, and then they just walk you into the execution chamber. So what's crazy to think about is when you're in this cell and you're sleeping on this bed for the final night, you know that just across that doorway,
that's what's waiting for you,
is your final day alive.
Yeah.
I think there's power to that, and I think this area might be sticky because this was the final area that people would spend their life.
I mean, that concept in itself is like really hard to wrap your head around, because anyone that's gone through it, obviously they can't tell you what it feels like to go through that because they're dead. So it's hard for my brain to even like realize what that would feel like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, and even more so, think about this, right? Like, we don't know when we're gonna die.
Right. They knew.
But when you're being executed, you know
Yeah.
that the next day will be the last day that you're alive. That's something that, out of all the places that we've been to, is not really a component we've ever dealt with, right?
No.
The people that were in these cells knew that the next day they would be getting executed in the room right there.
Like, what's going through your head when you're on this bed for the last time, or like when you're laying on that table? I can't even imagine.
Kind of, what have you guys had happen in this space in terms of paranormal activity?
Well, we've actually had where we had a blue light, and Tammy had it going across here, and we had an EVP saying, "I'm in the blue light." So they actually recognized the color of the light. So it was from here to here.
So someone in that space
Right.
would have been...
Yeah, that's it. We also get spirits inside the death chamber, but also we get orbs in here. I've been over there to where we had our REM pod going off, and they said, "We're coming." And I said, "You're coming." And I put it in the death chamber, took my camera to the REM pod. All of a sudden this orb comes out, comes up to me, and then it goes up.
That's pretty...
So we can love that too.
And then, because I remember when I streamed here a year ago, it felt like something had poked me and tugged on me a little bit. And I know I'm not the only person that has had that happen, but that happens pretty much across this entire place. But I know others have had it happen in this space as well.
Exactly. I'm going to show you something. We were actually in the women's, and we heard something, and it was, we had all these chairs lined up like this, and we heard this chair. This chair was like this, and we heard like that, and we were in the other room. We came in here, this chair was moved. Nobody was in here but us. So they were able to move this chair and make that noise as well.
So that's pretty crazy to have
Oh,
something
yeah.
physical. I mean, that's poltergeist activity,
Yeah.
so
Most definitely.
something here is strong enough to move stuff.
Correct.
I wonder which, okay, so you've said that there's only been one other group inside of that room, and that's Project Fear Now.
Yes, it was Destination Fear at the time. And again, they were told don't be on the bed. So they actually put Chelsea in there. That was her place. She had to stay in there, but she wouldn't. So she sat on the outside. They got the name David Blackwell, which is him.
Okay.
So he is in there. He will talk to you as well. So talk to David Blackwell.
Okay, so I know we're not going to get on the bed, but I am going to strap my arm in one of the same restraints that somebody would have been in there. So I don't know what to expect. I'm going to do my solo inside of this room, but I mean, the moment you walk in that room, it's a completely different feeling than the rest of this entire property. Okay, moving out of the death chamber area, we're going to move into probably the second creepiest spot. Death row.
Okay.
Like, when would Savannah ever venture into death row in her life, other than this moment right here?
I mean, it's just a casual day, meandering in a death row. Like, this is so casual, you know? Everybody does this.
So what's crazy is a lot of the folks that would be in this hallway would be some of the most violent people to be inside of this prison. Now, I do apologize. You may see some things on the wall. I do not support any of these groups or ideologies. They are just left here from the prisoners. So from a historical standpoint, I'm sorry if this offends anybody, but I wanted to show you guys these spaces because I feel like that's a valuable part of this location.
Please just know we do not in any way, shape, or form agree with.
Yeah, so I don't endorse any of the groups that you may see symbols for, but I do want to show you some of the artwork in here. Is this the one? Yeah, look at this. Look at how cool that is.
I mean, there are some really talented artists in prison.
Like, just really insane. Is that toothpaste? Looks like toothpaste.
I know that they would have stuck stuff to the wall with toothpaste.
What is this?
Like it's glue. What the hell is that?
Is that not you?
No.
I just heard something.
That was walking.
Hello?
That was me, sorry.
Okay, that was you. No, we heard like walking while I was in there. I didn't do anything because I thought it was you. This is probably the coolest one right here.
Yeah, that's really, really crazy.
Here's Johnny. I'm not gonna show you the left of this though because there's a lot of
Things that are not.
things that I don't want to show you.
No.
So we're gonna move out of this one. The truth shall set you free. I mean, not everybody on death row would get executed, but I don't know. It's like,
You're still here though with like the possibility, you know?
well, not to mention, you would have the craziest sentencing. So these are your lifers, like the people that are going to be in prison for a long time, if not the rest of their life.
Yeah.
So what you're seeing on the wall here are literal messages from people that committed very heinous crimes.
Yeah, it's crazy.
So from here, let's walk over to the old women's side.
Okay.
And I know Susan has a lot to say about this area because a lot has happened to her. Okay, here we go. What was that?
What was that?
That was so loud. Hello?
I'm genuinely freaked out.
Can you make a loud noise for me?
That was you. Oh my gosh. Oh, I'm on edge. Oh my gosh.
Why are you so on edge?
I'm like so jumpy. While we're walking around, you guys can't see, but I'm like making Kalani walk right next to me because I don't want to be left behind. I don't like it at all. I haven't felt this on edge in a very, very, very long time.
Are you happy I'm not making you do a solo tonight?
I wouldn't agree to do one.
Dang.
I wouldn't.
Okay, so this is the old women's section here. Now this is supposed to be a really active area.
This was actually the women's
Okay.
back in the 1950s where they held the women.
And this is probably one of the most active areas for you, I would say. What have you guys had happen in this space?
This is my favorite spot, mainly because I was standing in this area when a black thing came down off the rails and peeked around at me. Mm-hmm. Then Janice and Bill, myself and Tammy were in here and we got footsteps and you heard that. Mm-hmm. And we get EVPs in here saying, it's Susan, tell Susan she could trust me.
Yeah, and she actually showed us that when we got here. So I think this would be a good area for us to maybe use the DR60 and see if we can get any of those EVPs. But the footsteps that you hear in the video, it literally sounds like there's a person just running down the hallway. So I'm really excited to kind of concentrate in this area in Death Row to see if anything wants to come forward and interact.
Do you want to listen to the EVP? Now? Did you just hear that?
Yeah, what was that?
You were still recording?
Yes.
I heard a voice. And then that.
Yeah,
What was that?
that's them. That's the spirit. He's here.
Hello? Can you make a noise again? It's like when you're not paying attention.
Right? They just come
Sneak up
about.
on you.
I heard the voice before we heard that noise.
And you'll hear women screaming. And that could be from Warm Springs or it could be from the women that were in here. So we don't know.
Which Warm Springs is closed right now.
Correct.
So if we...
Well, no, Warm Springs Hotel, when it was Warm Springs Hotel.
Oh, okay.
I think some of those screams could have been women that were prostitutes, you know? Lady of the night.
All right. Well, now I'm going to have to... Swore.
I just heard
I just saw black
a shadow.
move across.
That's him. That's him.
That's crazy.
This is so active in here, you guys. This is our favorite place right here. Michelle was here and it actually came up behind her. And it's here.
I mean, that was wild because I saw there was a barely any light at the end of this hall, but I saw it get blacked out. Now, the Nevada State Prison would open in 1862, just 2 years after Nevada became a state. Now, with the influx of people there for the Silver Rush, they needed a state penitentiary. Now, this penitentiary would stay open for 150 years until it would close its doors in 2012. Now, there's many options of people that we could choose to highlight during the history section of the Nevada State Prison video, but today we wanted to highlight one specific person, Carrol Edward Cole. Now, Carrol Cole would be born in the state of Iowa, and at the age of 8, he would claim his first victim. Now, over his lifetime, he confessed to 35 murders, but they only convicted him on about 15. Now, something important I wanted to bring up was the fact that Carrol Cole tried to get mental help on a few different occasions. He would tell people that he would like to strangle and kill women, and they would still end up letting him back into society. This is something that I think is still a problem today, where mental health is failing in this country and in many other places in the world, and I wanted to bring attention to the fact that some of these murders could have been prevented if they put him in the correct place. So some of that burden falls on the people that failed in the psychiatric facilities. Now, by no means am I saying that Carrol Cole was not responsible for the deaths or that he should not have been killed for the deaths, but what I am saying is that the facilities in place failed to observe a person that was having severe mental problems, and they let him back out in society, and he caused more terror. So again, this isn't a pity party for a serial killer, but this is pointing out the fact that some of the institutions that they had in place during that time and even today are failing its citizens. Now, like many serial killers, Carrol had a very rough childhood, and the relationship with his mother would lead him to completely despise women. Now, he would get to a point where he would go from California to Texas to Nevada and maybe even a few other states and commit these murders. Alright, we are in the Culinary Hall right now, and we're going to see if there's any spirits hanging out in here, maybe getting some grub. So we've got some equipment placed. We've got our Epic device, which is algorithmic EMF, yes-no response. We've got our Piccolo, which is EMF, our Paralight, which is EMF, our Flux, which is motion detection, and a cat ball. And then we've got Necrometer running right over here. So we call out to any of the spirits here in the Culinary Hall. Can you touch any of the devices that we have out? My name is Kalani.
I'm Savannah.
And we're here to communicate with you. Now, if you can interact with one of these devices or maybe make a loud noise, I might sing you some Johnny Cash.
You want to hear some Johnny Cash? Can you sing that in the video?
Yeah, if not, I'll just mute it.
That was loud.
I heard it now.
That was.
Thank you for that. Can you come a little bit closer for us?
That's it now.
It said
No.
arm?
What does it say?
It said arm. Okay, so you made a knock. I told you I'd sing Johnny Cash if you made a noise or interacted with a piece of equipment. So I'll give you a little one. I hear the train a-comin', it's rollin' round the bend, and I ain't seen the sunshine since I don't know when. I'm stuck in Folsom Prison, and time keeps dragging on. Well, that train keeps a-rollin' on down to San Antone. Do you like that music?
Can you set off one of these devices, please?
If you like that music, I need you to set something off. There's a ball here that you can hit. You just have to walk by some of these devices.
None of them will hurt you. It's pretty quiet in here.
Very quiet. Let's step back into the kitchen area and see if they need a little distance. So we're going to step into the kitchen area. If you want to set off one of these devices, we'll come back out here. Okay. Let's do a DR60 in here. So for any of the spirits in here, I have a little silver device in my hand. And if you speak into the red light,
I don't know what that looks like.
we'll have to check it when we go in there.
Yeah.
We can possibly hear your voice. So the first question I have for you is there anyone currently in the room with us? There was something right behind
There
you.
was something right behind me. What was that? Oh my gosh. That was loud.
Can you make a noise again? Something to my right. Can you make a louder noise? Oh shit!
What the fuck was that?
Thank you. I don't mean to be scared. Let's walk down here. That smell's getting stronger.
Yeah, that smell is weird. I can't tell what that is.
Are we hearing you down here?
I don't know what that said. Maybe we'll check it. What the fuck was that? What the fuck was that? Oh my gosh.
I mean, that door's sealed.
I just saw something move in the window. I just saw something move in the window. I shit you not. Something just moved in the window. I'm not kidding.
Is that a person? I need to call Susan. It literally sounds like there's someone outside.
That sounds like a human. That sounds like a person.
Waiting in the hallway.
You're kidding.
What are the fucking odds?
You're kidding. Hellhound? My heart is literally racing.
Did I just say don't?
I don't know.
You good?
My heart is racing.
Oh, a court. Oh, there was a court here. I'm gonna turn this off for now. standing here in the women's cell about to start investigating.
And
we hear a loud bang.
A loud ass knock into the hallway. Holy shit.
If you can hear our voice, my name is Kalani. I don't mean you any harm or disrespect.
And I'm Savannah.
We're just here to communicate with you. Can you make another loud noise for us to hear where you're at? What the fuck was that?
Holy shit, what was that? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
So I wanted to get some equipment in the hallway in case there's something moving.
Yeah.
Because remember, Susan said that she sees something walking at the end of this hall as well as the women's hall. Because I've seen something as well. But
And I can't tell where that came from.
I can't either.
But it was loud shit.
Okay, we're in the hallway now. Can you make another loud noise wherever you're at?
Behind me.
I heard like a step.
Yeah.
I need you to try your hardest to be as loud as possible.
I feel really uncomfortable.
You feel uncomfortable?
Yeah.
Okay, let's turn on Spirit Doctor. Let's see if we get anything to cut through. So again, I want to point out we're on airplane mode and Wi-Fi and Bluetooth are off. Is my sound on?
I can turn it on if you need me to.
Yeah.
There we go.
Okay. Sound is on. Okay, there's a device out here you can come forward and speak to us through. If any of the women here would like to come forward and speak, now is your opportunity to do so.
Maybe you could tell us your name and then we could learn a little bit more about you. What the?
We live on here.
We live on here?
Live on here.
That's a weird way to say that.
Yeah.
I just heard 2 knocks though. I didn't say anything, but I heard 2 knocks at the end of this hallway. Can you knock again?
I'm standing right here.
Oh shoot.
Oh my god.
Okay. Okay. Where? Can you give us a sign of where you're standing?
What the heck? I'm freaking out.
I just heard something in the hallway.
I'm freaking out.
So this is the same spot that Susan had that like black thing come down
Yeah.
from right here and look at her?
If that happens, I will literally pee my pants. Like, I'm not even kidding. I actually will.
Okay, here's what I want to do. You go out there.
No, I can't.
You'll be right here. I'm not going to move.
I can't.
You can't do it?
No, I really can't. I've not been this nervous since probably the first couple times I've investigated with you. Like, I don't know what it is.
Are you making us feel uncomfortable? Can you make a loud knock or maybe touch the device we have out in the hallway? Which I probably should make sure the sound's on. You want to stay in there?
I would rather you stay by me.
Okay.
Like, you think I'm kidding? I'm actually that scared. Like, I feel like this is one of my first times going to like investigate or something. That's how uncomfortable I am.
Well, I'm gonna go ahead and tell you
I
now.
lost an arm.
You lost an arm. I wonder if there was anybody here that had an amputation.
Possibly. You're gonna tell me now what?
You're gonna do Estes outside of the gas chamber room.
Where are you gonna be?
I'll be in there with you.
Okay.
Okay, let's get out a room pod really quick.
Oh my gosh.
This is secret.
This is sacred or secret?
Secret or sacred?
You got it.
So you can put that in the middle of the hall.
How far down?
Just like midway. You can go and place it. I'll probably cut this part.
Like right here.
Further down.
Here?
Like midway down the hall.
This is midway.
Impose.
Impose? Are you gonna impose your will? Or are we imposing?
We're not trying to impose.
Okay. Let me pause this. Let's do a quick DR60.
Okay.
Can any of the women come forward and yell or say the word hello? Okay. It looks like it picked up something.
Let's see.
Can any of the women come forward and yell or say the word hello?
I hear something briefly, but it's not
Don't know.
super clear.
I'm not sure what it said.
Okay, it sounds like you're trying to speak to us, but I need you to try and speak a little bit louder into this little red light. So I'm going to set this device here and come forward and just speak into the light. Say whatever you want, just make sure you speak loudly and clearly.
I
Okay.
didn't say anything, but I could have sworn that I saw a little black mass peek out of one of the cells.
Really?
Yes.
Well, I had my camera pointed that way, so maybe we could have caught it.
Looked like it was like 3 cells down maybe, but it was like just briefly like peek out, but I saw it.
Okay, well maybe we can see it in the footage. Here we go. What did that say?
Play it again. Play it again.
Got goosebumps. What was that click?
I don't know.
I got chicken
There was just
skin.
something behind me.
Huh?
There was something behind me. I just heard it behind me.
Ooh, something's around us. I've got tingles all over my entire body. If we can feel you, can you make a loud noise or hit something or move something?
What the fuck was that? Right down there. That was so loud.
Coming out of the death chamber room. Oh,
What the hell was that? What the hell was that? What was that?
hello?
Oh my gosh. My heart is literally racing so much.
I can't even fucking talk.
Holy
oh my gosh.
cow.
What was that?
What the hell was that? Oh my gosh.
Did we just hear you at the end of the hallway? I got a cool breeze.
I'm freaking out. Whew. Oh my gosh. My heart is like literally.
I heard it over here. I mean, there's no other people here.
Oh my goodness. That was freaking nuts. That was wild.
Where does this go?
Oh my gosh. I don't like the way that looks.
The library? So this is where Susan says she always sees that black mass. That was pretty nerve-wracking. Like, I ran towards the noise because
Was nerve-wracking? I'm still nervous.
I just meant like, I could feel it on my entire body. It felt like there was something like standing right next to me and every hair on my body was standing up.
Oh my gosh. Okay, well, the GR60, I thought at the beginning it said I liked the hat.
Uh-huh.
Play it again.
A little bit, maybe.
Oh my gosh. This has taken years off of my life.
Whoever was standing around us to make me feel your presence, can you come to me again and speak into this device in my hand? Yes, I can.
Yes, I can.
Listen
Yes,
to that.
I can.
Standing around to make me feel your presence. Can you come to me again and speak into this device in my hand?
Yes, I can. It literally said yes, I can.
Yes, I can. Wow. Well, that was an experience.
Okay, well, let's ask it another question. Can you try and scare us out of here?
What on earth is that?
Can you try and steer us out of here?
I've got the
What was that?
I've got the tingles all over again.
Oh my gosh. I'm literally gonna pee my pants. I'm freaking out. Oh my god.
Are you strong enough to move something in here? Can you knock on something? I just heard it again. What was that?
Not me. Wasn't me.
It's the second one we've heard from this room.
What is that?
I don't know. We're not touching anything.
No. And it's concrete floor, like us walking is not doing anything.
If you want me to go into this cell here, can you give us a sign? Oh fuck!
fuck was
That was right behind you.
Oh my gosh. Holy shit.
It sounded like maybe it was the phone, like a
button?
maybe a button?
Could have been a button.
Okay, we asked for a sign, so go into the cell. I don't know if I want to go in the cell.
I am freaked out.
Okay, here we go. Why did you want us to come into this cell?
Got something it looked like.
Yeah, I was recording.
Why do you want us to come into the cell?
Don't ever come back here?
Why do you want us to come into the cell?
It just told me don't ever come back here. Well, I hate to break it to you, but I'm planning on coming back here for a few nights, maybe even living here for a few nights. Unless you can scare me out of here so bad that I never want to return. What?
I'm getting a nervous laugh just because I don't feel very good.
Were you an inmate here?
Were you an inmate here? Were you an inmate here?
I can't make it out.
I can't either.
Okay, we're starting here in death row now. We've got a flux behind Savannah that's in that threshold there. So this would have been the area where the most violent criminals here at Nevada State Prison would have been locked up. The Carrol Coles, anyone that was executed would have been here before moving into the last night cell and then being executed. So if anyone would like to come forward, any of the inmates here, you can use this device to speak with us. We've also got a triangle glowing in the floor. In front.
Are they in front of us?
If you're in front of us, can you make a loud noise? Were you one of the prisoners that was executed here? Stephen.
Is there a Steven?
I have to go look. The death chamber room's right over there. Let's go look and see if there was a Stephen.
What the heck? Is there a Steven?
No? I figured I'd look.
Because Steven could have been like a guard or two, maybe, or...
Just said something else in there. Here's a list of the full names. Well, look.
Huh.
That's kind of like Stephen.
What is it?
Stephanos. But Stephen is the first part of the name. I don't know if he ever went by that.
Yeah.
But that is the only one that has something close to a Stephen. But he was a murderer.
Pretty weird.
That might be a stretch, but I mean, it says Stephen. What did this say while we were gone? Ruth. Life! Life sentence!
Life sentence.
Did you murder someone named Ruth?
So would women have also been here on death row if they were?
Probably not.
Where would they have been?
I don't know. I can ask. Did you murder someone named Ruth? Put the cat ball here. Okay, cat ball set. We just want to communicate with you. We don't mean you any disrespect.
No, we don't.
We're not afraid of you. We hope you're not afraid of us.
Like to learn more about your story? Is there anything you'd like to share with us?
Were you guilty? Richard. We're getting a lot of names.
Yeah, we are getting a lot of names. That's weird. No, I wish we were...
The flux just went off.
Oh my gosh.
Ooh, I've got chills. Are we communicating with Richard? Boss.
That's weird.
Richard, if that's you that we're communicating with, can you light up that triangle again? I've got chills again. I hope. Freaking every time I get chills in here, something crazy happens.
Yeah.
Were you a murderer? You don't have to be afraid of us.
If there's anything you'd like to tell us about your story.
Cat ball. Right behind you.
Yikes.
Can you knock that ball off for us? What did that just say?
Unlock.
Are you locked in a cell?
It's weird.
Whoever just touched that cat ball, can you touch it again, please? Also, I'm stomping.
That wasn't you.
No, that was just convenient timing.
It was convenient timing. Can you do that again, please?
So for those,
Thank you.
for those of you saying that we don't try and debunk, I literally thought we debunked it, and then we didn't.
Yeah.
So there's something here interacting with it.
Okay, I see that you can set that off. Is there any way that you could knock that ball into the floor? If you're able to touch it, can you just push it into the floor for us?
If you can push it,
That scared the
what does it
shit out of
say?
me. I don't know. The number 4.
Wait, 6, 5. The number 4. Was this your cell?
Is that the burrito?
Yes, it's the burrito. Is your cell number 4?
What's on the wall in here? Did we already look at this earlier?
No, we didn't look at this one.
You didn't?
What did that just say?
Sets of push-ups and sit-ups.
Yeah, look at that.
That's it.
Take me.
Thank you.
Where do you want us to take you? Are you trapped here? Can you tell us what crime you committed? Or that you were put in here for? Were you a murderer? Did you commit Grand Theft Auto? I don't know. What did you do? Why are you in here? Okay, let's pause this really quick.
Okay.
Just do one DR60. Oh, right when I said DR60, the cat ball went off. So maybe they want to speak with it. Okay, anything here? Come speak into this red light on the silver device here. Were you a murderer?
Were you guilty?
Did you hear that behind you?
What was that?
When you asked if they were guilty.
Were you a murderer? Pretty skeleton.
Hit again.
Were you a murderer? Pretty skeleton.
Kind of sounds like it says yes, I was.
Yes, I was.
Were you a murderer? Pretty skeleton.
Yes,
Sounds like
I
it-
was.
You heard that?
I heard yes, I was, just louder.
Were you a murderer? Pretty skeleton.
Yeah, I can kind of hear that. I also thought I maybe heard like a laugh.
Could have been.
Like, ha ha.
Or maybe like we asked one question and they're like, yes, I was. And then you ask another one and they're irritated and they're like, yes, I was. You know what I mean?
Yeah, maybe. Like maybe they're just
Like, why are you asking?
reassuring or reaffirming what they already said.
Yeah.
If you were a murderer, can you light up
What was
that
behind
cat
you?
wall? What?
What was that just moved behind you?
What do you mean?
I just felt wind.
I don't know. I didn't feel it.
I just felt wind, like somebody walked by and it like,
I thought I just saw a shadow.
did you really? Oh my gosh. I shit you not, I felt something. Come from behind you. Oh my gosh. I'm like freaking out.
I couldn't even get it out. Like I thought I saw a shadow move behind you, and I was like, I couldn't even speak.
Right after I felt something walk behind you and it blew
Yeah.
wind.
Yeah. So you said you felt something walk behind you,
And then you saw a
and then I saw a shadow move into this area. Oh my gosh.
My heart is racing. My heart
I couldn't even get out the words. I literally was like, okay.
Holy shit.
This may be one of the most active places we have been to this entire year.
Honest, it's up there on the list for sure.
Like you can come in here without equipment
An
have an experience.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you don't need equipment. That's for sure. That is for dang sure. What the hell was that?
What?
Something just pulled on my hair.
Oh.
Something just went like this to my hair. I'm not even kidding. I am not even kidding. They just like messed with my hair.
I got chicken skin again.
Now they're touching me.
Did we just see you?
Or feel you?
Are you the entity interacting with us? Use this device to speak. Sacrifice.
What?
We're not going to give you a sacrifice.
No. I'm not feeling so good.
I'm about 2 steps from dropping a carne asada burrito in the worst way possible.
Oh my gosh, man.
Like when you said your hair got pulled, I turned around so fast.
Oh, I know.
I thought I about shit my pants. Are you trying to scare us?
Or is this your warm welcome?
Do you like having a woman in here? I don't know. I need like a I need a quick breather
A
before.
breath of fresh air.
I need a breather before I go into the death chamber.
Yes.
So let's call it right here. I know that we haven't really spent as much time as I want to right here. Let's do one more EVP session.
Okay.
And then I need to take a step outside. I
Okay.
need a breath of fresh air. It's like,
It's very heavy in here.
yeah, there's energy here, and it's very heavy in here.
And they let you feel it for
and
sure.
they make you feel them. Whoever has been touching us, and whoever I saw at the end of the hallway, can you come forward to this device and scream or yell as loud as you can? I don't know. I need to step outside though. Let's grab the equipment, take a quick break, and then we'll move into the gas chamber room. Okay, full transparency. Savannah said that she could hear me because of how loud the echoing is, so we put her inside of the gas chamber. Okay, for any of the entities here.
Me?
My wife is currently inside of the gas chamber.
Steven?
Steven, we just got Steven again. Steven, were you executed in that room that she's standing in?
Guard?
Oh, you were a guard? Were you a part of the execution process?
I'm afraid.
What are you afraid of? Do any of these men still walk these halls?
Clear.
Do any of the men that were killed here walk these halls?
Your hat?
It's hard for me to even hear what she's saying.
Yes, I do. I feel like there's somebody looking at me in here.
Do you want to hurt me? John Hancock was executed here.
Hancock.
John Hancock. Are we speaking to John Hancock?
That was kind of like a raspy male voice.
Hello, John. Why are you still here?
I'm feeling kind of sick.
Feeling kind of sick? You were hanged here. Why are you in this room? John, is Carrol
Get out.
Is Carrol Cole still in this building? Do you want to hurt me, John?
I'm feeling very, very sick.
Savannah's feeling sick. Are you making Savannah feel that way?
Yes.
Why are you doing that, John?
I feel like I could throw up.
John, am I looking at your picture right now? Why does he look like Zac Efron? John, can you tell me who you murdered?
Back up.
Do you want her to leave that chamber, John?
Yes.
Are you going to be upset if I go inside the chamber?
I don't know how much longer I can stay in here. I'm feeling really sick.
The flux just went off when she said that. Are you standing right in that area?
Me.
Me? John, how many spirits are here with you?
Edward.
Edward. What was Carrol Cole's middle name? Carrol Edward Cole. No fucking way. Is this Carrol Cole? Is this Carrol Edward Cole?
It's very quiet. Not really much coming through.
So she said Edward, which is Carol's middle name. Which Carrol is the serial killer that was executed in this very room. But right when the flux went off, not long after, she said Edward.
I think I gotta do that.
Okay.
I feel really sick.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, the last thing you said was Edward. Do you know his middle name was Edward? Carrol Cole, the serial killer.
You're kidding.
No. You can go look on the sheet. But John Hancock came through. John Hancock was the first person that was executed here.
I was feeling, yeah, I know. I was feeling feel a little better now that I've stepped out of there. But I was feeling very, like, my chest felt like it was heavy and I felt like I was gonna, like, throw up in there. And I felt like I was not alone.
Yeah, you definitely looked uncomfortable. Which I'm not looking forward to going in here. Like, we may be communicating with the spirit of a literal serial killer.
And that is what I was most afraid of earlier. It was the whole serial killer. That stuff really freaks me out.
And I'm about to go in the room. We're going to turn the lights off, and I'm going to strap myself to the table where all of these people were executed. So I'm going to only have the infrared camera. I'm going to be sitting in the complete darkness inside of the death chamber.
Okay.
Okay guys, so this might be the craziest thing I have ever done on the channel. As you can see, I'm currently strapped into the same arm restraint that someone that would be getting executed would be strapped into. I won't get on the bed. That's a museum piece. And out of respect for the people here, I'm not going to do that. I felt this was enough to get that. But I'm going to stay in here for 15 minutes. Do not pull me out of here until 15 minutes is up. So no matter what happens, if anything, I'm not leaving in 15 minutes. So Savannah's going to close me in, but we've got my Spirit Box, DR60, Paralite, REM Pod, Cat Ball, and Savannah's taking my phone with her.
Okay.
So once you close those doors, start the time.
Okay.
And let's see how this goes.
All right, we're gonna shut the door.
Good luck.
Bye.
Bye.
He won't get out. He won't get out.
Okay. Whew. Wow. I'm feeling a lot of anxiety. Feeling a lot of pressure right here on my chest. I have never been in an environment like this that makes me feel like I feel very emotional. I thought I just heard something in the corner. So I can't even reach the camera. I'm strapped in here. I just heard something right outside the door. Alright, come on, you got this. Alright, EVP session. Something just moved right there. Is there someone currently in the death chamber with me? I do not like it in here one bit.
Is there someone currently in the death chamber with me?
Oh, fuck. What did that just say?
Is there someone currently in the death chamber with me?
Ooh. There are not many times that I get scared, but I am feeling the anxiety, the fear right now. I don't know if it's because I'm strapped to the table or what, but my stomach's hurting. I'm feeling a lot of pressure. Whatever just came through there said yes. Okay. All right. Stay calm. Stay poised. All right. Whoever just said they were in here, can you tell me if your name is Carrol Edward Cole? I mean, guys, this is tough. This is not an easy one.
Whoever said they were in here, can you tell me if your name is Carrol Edward Cole?
Yes, it is. I literally may be communicating with the spirit of a literal serial killer. Oh, something just pushed my arm. Oh, fuck, that hurt. Carrol, is it true that you committed 35 murders? It says, but he's communicating, he's talking. Carrol, what do you want to tell me? Why are you still here? Kill me? Did that just say kill me?
Carrol, what do you want to tell me?
Nothing.
Why are you still here?
Kill me. Alright, I'm not afraid of you. I don't care who you are. I don't care what you did when you were alive. You don't have a body now. I'm sitting in here alone because I don't fear you. You don't have any power over me now. I want you to try and scare me out of this room. Your arm laid in the same place that my arm's laying now. And I heard that you suffered the day that they took your life. What can you tell me about the day that they executed you? I just heard a knock.
What can you tell me about the day they executed you? What can you tell me about the day they executed you?
I'm not afraid of you. Come forward and speak into this device right here. There you are. I'm feeling like almost angry. All right. Are you trying to make me angry? Are you trying to make me angry? I've never felt like this. I feel like I want to just hit something. I don't feel like I want to kill somebody, obviously, but I feel really angry. I'm getting hot. I'm feeling flustered. I don't know if this is something making me feel this way or just me psyching myself out sitting in this fucking room, but I want to... It just said, yes, I am. Okay. Listen again. I don't like this. I don't like feeling like this. I feel fucking mad. Okay, focus. We don't have much longer. It can't be much longer. Carrol Cole, can you tell me what you used to murder those people? Man, I need to get out of here. I don't know. There's something in here with me. It's making me feel a lot of different ways. Hear anything. Alright, Carrol, I'm not going to ask you any more questions. Just come forward and say whatever you want to say to this device. Try and speak loudly and clearly. Is there anything evil here? Should I knock? Knock again, you bitch! Come hit me, come do something. Started to knock again. Alright, come on, do it again. Throw something at me, hit me in the face. Take me over, do whatever you gotta do. But I want you to come forward right now and show yourself to me. There you go. A little knock. So all you can do is a little knock. If this is the person that's responsible for killing all those people, and you're telling me all you can do is a little knock. Fucking, you're weak. I thought. Nothing. I'm laying in the same spot, I'm sitting in the same spot where you died. And you're doing nothing. Fucking pathetic. Oh man. I've got a major headache. I'm getting hot, I'm getting bothered. I have never felt this way on an investigation. What I'm feeling right now, I have never felt before in an investigation. But I will say it is weird that this is the one and only time I have ever been strapped to the execution table where 42 people were killed. But something in here, which from what we've gathered seems to be Carrol Cole, is trying to make me agitated, aggravated, and angry. Fuck, I wish this 15 minutes was up.
What?
I was getting like angry.
Were you really?
Yeah, I was getting pissed.
That's weird.
And then, which I'll play some of these back, but like I was like screaming. I said to the camera, I said, I've never felt like rage,
Yeah?
but I started getting like pissed off.
Huh.
And people get that way.
Like, listen.
Oh my gosh.
Is something laughing at you?
I think so. There's one, you can hear it.
Oh, this is about,
Hang on.
this is about to die.
Like, there's one of these that's really clear. All I know is I need to get out of here. I'm done. I sat in here, there was bangs outside, and I was like, is that all you can do?
That's
They were
crazy.
banging?
And then I had something push on my arm where it's hurt,
Oh.
and it hurt.
Oh.
Dang.
Are they putting an IV in?
I don't know.
Maybe, I don't know.
There's like a weird tendon in my arm that's messed up, and it pushed right on the spot. But yeah, I don't know. Get me out of here. I just need to take a...
You want me to cut this?
Yeah, we can leave the infrared running. But that's gonna wrap up our night here at Nevada State Prison. That session was really weird. That's one of the only times ever that I was like pissed. Like I wanted to hit somebody kind of thing. I didn't want to kill anybody. Like I said to the camera, it's like I don't have the desire to go kill someone now. But I was getting like mad, like screaming, and I was getting hot, and then I was hearing knocks inside with me and outside. And I'm really glad the 15 minutes is up.
Yeah.
So we're gonna wrap up, kind of digest everything, go through the footage. Thank you guys for watching to this point. If you've made it this far, I appreciate you. Make sure you go ahead and like, comment, subscribe, turn on the bell notifications if you haven't. But this was a pretty insane night. I mean, everywhere we went, we had activity. Any last remarks?
I'm ready to leave. I've never been so scared, I don't think.
Yeah. So that is the summary of our night, but I'm Kalani,
I'm Sav.
and I'm ready to leave prison.